Obstürmt oder steigt
und die Sonne uns lacht, der Tag glühend heiß oder eiskalt.
Hey there, YouTubers. This is Strumga Shoots 4, also known as Globulus. Once again, bring you a 1 versus 1. This is a heaven versus heaven here. Myself versus the new guy, Pililuk. This is kind of a training match, not exactly. I've kind of shown him a few things with Armenia here, and Anyway, my army here. I have 5 cataphracts. They are all gold silver. I have 2 horse archers. I think they're silver. Yeah, they're silver. Anyway, I have a Bedouin warrior here. Good camels. I like these guys. They are gold. I have 6 archers. They are silver, and I have a legionnaire and 3 heavy spearmen. They are all gold. Go here and look at Pililuk's army real quick. Like it was told to me the other night by Andy, 15K. It's always good to bring 6 archers. So, I went through the next morning after he told me that. Made a bunch of preset armies for different factions and included 6 archers in each one. Anyway, in this case, Pililuk didn't know that, but I did correct him during the battle here. He brought 3 Roman archers, gold. He's got 5 urban cohorts, and they are gold. He's got a legionary cohort, legionary first cohort. One recommendation I would have for Pililuk on this, let's call him Peely. That's a lot easier to say. Anyway, this is silver bronze. The one thing I would recommend to Peely on this, if you're going to take a legionary first cohort, do not make it your general unit, because your general unit gives an automatic morale bonus anyway. And a legionary first cohort also gives a morale bonus. So, you should... So, Peely, if you're listening here, if you watch this, you should make a cohort, an urban cohort your general, and then have a legionary first cohort as a secondary morale boost, maybe on the opposite side of your line. He also brought 3 Praetorian Cav. I think they're gold also. Anyway, let's get going here. My dog's barking. Shut up! Anyway, I come up here with, had to shut my dog up from barking. Anyway, guys, I rush my archers up. I want to try to engage his archers as quickly as possible. And then I also bring up my horse archers here on the wings. And I also target his archers with my horse archers as well. I did tell him that flame arrows are also, he switched them off for the most part, but I thought he did. Anyway, I told him flame arrows are really good against barbarians, not necessarily so against regular units. They're good against barbarian factions, makes them panic, but not so much when it comes to regular factions here. And for some reason, my horse archers on this side, they went into Cantabrian, and on this side they just decided to stand there. Anyway, I want to use my Bedouins here. I want to try to draw his cav in to a battle so I can get my Bedouins involved as well. That should scare his Praetorians enough for me to get a pretty decisive win with my cav. I actually do mismanage my army here a little bit. He definitely has a huge infantry advantage on me. Like I said, I wanted to counter that with my cavalry. But the skirmish fight here, definitely going my way. He's down to 9 and 10 archers. This one has 11. Basically what I did was I concentrated 2 archers on each of his units and then had my horse archers go after his flanking archers here. I decided to split my cab up, just because he only has 3 calves, so I figure I can pretty much take care of business whenever I want, as far as that goes. I do start targeting his Praetorian calf here, though, with my horse archers. Yeah, here they are. I think I also had them targeting his Praetorians here. He does catch me here. He charged before I actually got a good rebut in on this. I send my horse archers over here to hit him from behind. He tries to withdraw his cav out. He does get a couple of them out there. I rout one of them. I wanted to try to keep the pressure on his cav until I noticed his cohorts here coming in. And what I should have done was peel off my Bedouin warriors. They would have taken most of those Pila shots, but I was a little late doing that, and then I just ended up not doing it at all. But I did. I actually was the plan here. Now here with my horse archers, I'm targeting the rear of these cohorts. He's down to 4 cav here. And I've still got a massive amount of cav. I just tried to get my cav out there because I didn't want to bother having to deal with all these cohorts against my cav. What I should have done, I'm bringing them up now, but what I should have done while this cav fight was going on here, and this few cohorts that got in on this, I should have started bringing up my infantry to keep them occupied. That way I could get hammer and anvils. And it would have kept him occupied here. But here I notice he's down to 20, so I go ahead and I send like 3 of my cav units over here to smash this cohort. Maces, of course. I get a good rear charge on him. Here he's sending his cohorts in against my. I tried to outflank him here with my spears, but didn't work as well as I thought it would. But I do go ahead. I smash this cohort unit to come in, hit the rear of his first legionary cohorts here, or legionary first cohorts. And here I am getting some good hammer and anvils in. But his his being gold is just, I'm routing them, but not as quickly as I would like. I did engage here a little too long. I should have pulled out and then recharged, but I didn't do that. I do bring in my horse archers to assist destroying the
soldiers have brought you a great and
first cohorts here.
Victory. The enemy are crushed.
I smashed him pretty good, but I didn't really play this as well as I wanted to play it myself. So, excuse me, but yeah, this was kind of a training match. Just trying to, Pila here, I was trying to point out what he was doing wrong, what he could have done better, things like that. And then I ended up fighting him again later in the evening, I believe it was, and he actually did much better. And then I actually fought him in a free-for-all. It was me and him and a couple other guys, and he actually won that one. Of course, I got kind of decimated by the person I was playing, but and I also pointed out some of his problems in that battle. So he's definitely getting better. Anyway, if you look at my casualties inflicted here, really pretty balanced. Generally, my armies, it's usually it comes to Armenia especially. Usually, it's my my cavalry that gets most of the kills. But in this case, it was more balanced. So, anyway, good game to Pila here, and I hope you learned something from it. I know I did. Just going by, like I said, I could have micromanaged a little bit better, and I kind of run circles around him. But like I said, good game for him. He just needs to learn a little bit more, and I think he did a good job. Anyway, always remember, play with honor and bleed your enemies.